Okay, on this one, we've got three letters, R, P, and Q, but put them in alphabetical order. So it's gonna be a P, and a Q, and an R. And then we have the R and P, and negation of P or Q. Now, the pattern for P, Q, and R, when you have three of them, starting with P, it's going to be 4 T's and then 4 F's. And then on Q, it's 2 T's, 2 F's, 2 T's, 2 F's. And then for R, it alternates. TF, 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 TF. And I do like to use color for this so you can see it. There's the 4 T's, and then that one's a 2 T, and then that's a 1 T. And then you've got the 4 F's and the 2 F's and the 1 F. And that's just pretty much how it works. And I'll just, fill in the rest because I don't like to leave things undone. There you go. So 4 and 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then 1, 1, 1, 1 all the way down. Okay. All right. And of course, I need my columns. So the R gets his own column. The AND gets his own column. The P, this AND, this negation of P, this OR, and this Q. And remember, because there are 3 letters, there are 8 rows. So 1, 2, 3, that line stunk, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, that was bad, 8, all right, oh well. Okay, so if I were to go just from left to right, I always start by filling in any column that I can simply copy from this. So any column that has a P at the top or a Q at the top or an R at the top, simply copy. So this first one is an R, and R goes true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. And then P, this one's a P, so it is 4 T's and 4 F's. And then I have a Q down here, and that is 2 T's, 2 F's, 2 T's, 2 F's. And that's all the copying I can do. And now I'm going to switch to color. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns I'll have to fill in. If I just go from left to right, this is my first column, and it is an and you simply do the and between the R column and the P column. Okay, so remember about ands, the only time you have a true on an and is when they're both trues. So the very first one is a true and true, and the third one is a true and true, but all the rest have at least one F in them. Those are my only 2 that are T and T. So I will quickly fill in the rest with F's. And then I'm going to go over to the other set of parentheses, and the next thing I'm going to do right here is this negation of P. Now to get this column, I'm going to have to come over here and go, okay, P was 4 T's and 4 F's. If you negate them, every T becomes an F, and every F becomes a T. So I'll have 4 F's and 4 T's. Okay, and now I'm going to do this OR. This will be step 3. And that OR comes between the negation of P I just calculated and the Q column. Okay, but this time it's an OR. And on an OR, the only time you get a false is when they're both falses. And that would be here. As long as you have one true, the whole thing is true. But if you have 2 falses, it's false. So those are the only 2 that have 2 falses. Everybody else has at least 1 T, so I'm just going to quickly go down the line and fill in the rest of these blanks with T's. And that brings me to my very last step, which is this AND right here. So this will be step 4. And to get that, you have to do the last calculation that you did to the left, which would be number 1, and the last calculation I did over here in the right, which was number 3. So I have to focus on the orange here and the purple here in order to get my last column right here. And we're back to an AND again, right? An AND. So on an AND, you have to have both trues to be true. The very first one is true and true. I've got a true here and a true there, so that's a true. Are there any others? This is a T and an F. Nope. Only the first one is true and true. The rest are all F's. And since I got at least 1 F in here, this is not a valid argument. This thing right here is not a valid argument. And that is number